Hey guys, Caleb here for the Ambassador app. Now, a lot of church planners and smaller churches, you're going to probably be using a WordPress CMS application, which is a content management system for a website. It's going to allow you to easily update. And we recognize this, so we created a WordPress plugin just for you. I'm going to show you how to get that up and running on your website so you can share your sermons with your website audience. Let's take a look. Okay, so you'll see now what we're going for with the WordPress widget. Here's an active one. And I'm pulling this in from one of our subscribers, Magdalene. So here we have the title, and here is all of their sermons that they've recorded that's getting iframed into this sidebar widget. This icon right here is going to take you to Ambassador, and then this is going to be a subscription link so your members can subscribe to your Ambassador sermon pages, and they'll get those emails when you send out your sermons every week. So they can get your sermons and they can subscribe and they can visit an Ambassador app. So how do we do this? Well, I got a couple tabs open. So if you head on over to the Ambassador Sermon Widget official WordPress page, you can download the Ambassador Sermon Widget from the page, and you'll see my download starting. I'm operating on Mac, so if you're on Windows, act accordingly. There's some differences in how the OS is going to work. So here we go, already downloaded. Drag it onto my desktop. I just like to operate from my desktop. Alright, so I got my Ambassador Sermon app widget unzipped, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck that into my Finder where my Ambassador stuff lives. So I'm going to go to my desktop, projects, wherever I hide Ambassador. And you're going to need to be sticking this into your area where your WordPress is for your FTP file. So mine's in WP Content, plugins. Here's my plugins that I have active right now, and I'm just going to drag and drop that into that file. So I use Dreamweaver for my FTP. I'm going to crack open Dreamweaver, and so as you can see, I'm on the remote. So let's go to local. And so here's my site structure. As you can see, here's my blog, my WordPress that we were just looking at, WP Content, plugins, and then here's my Ambassador Sermon app. And if we check that out, you'll see it's just README and a PHP thing. If you're a PHP whiz, you can jump in there and mess around with it if you feel like you want to. All right, so right now I'm uploading that to my WordPress blog. And so when I go back to WordPress and I go to my blogs, all right, here we go. Now it's going to be inactive, so where I am in my dashboard right here, so here's my Ambassador application admin panel for my WordPress blog. I'm going to go to plugins, installed plugins, and then I'm just going to activate my Ambassador sermon sharing widget. So now that we're active, we'll be able to go to Appearance, Widgets, and all right, and this is March of 2014, so the admin panel could change a little bit. And you'll notice here we are, right here, available widgets that I can use. Here's my Ambassador. I'm going to just drag this. I'm going to drag this into the primary sidebar. You can put it wherever you want. So you'll notice we have three things here. So the title is My Sermons. Then we have a sermon embed link and a subscribe link. So the sermon embed link is going to be pasted in by us, as well as the sermon subscribe link. So what do we want to call this? I'll call this past, or let's call this recent sermons. Okay. Now, sermon embed link. So we go, where we get this is on our sermons.ambassador page, right? So we're going to go to Ambassador, our admin panel on the web app. Get rid of this download bar. Now we're going to go to Tools, get my embeddable widget. So we do have an embeddable widget, which Barry will show you how to do in another video. But we're going to steal some information from this. So when it says iframe source, you're going to see quote marks. And we're going to steal everything inside those quote marks, but not the quote marks themselves. Okay, so we're going to steal that. And we're going to head back to our primary sidebar area where our plugin's being activated. We're going to paste in what we just copied. Now on the backend PHP, there's going to be another, this is going to be dumping it into a line of code, and it's going to be putting some extra things on the back of this link. So that's why we don't want quote marks, because it's going to be tacking on something that makes it so it's vertical instead of horizontal like the other embeddable widget is. And for our subscribe link, we're going to go back to our page. We're going to go to our members. We're going to go to our member subscribe page, and we're going to copy this URL link. And so that's going to allow our button to function and send me to my link. So here we go. I'm going to save this out. All right, now it's called Recent Sermons, and I can go back to my page. And so you'll notice our title was Ambassador Sermons. Well, I deactivated that plugin for you guys, so now it should read Recent Sermons when we refresh this page. Okay, so I put this in the wrong area. If you want to look over here, we have Recent Sermons, and this is another activated. So we're going to go back here, and we'll figure out where we need to put that. So it looks like we have one in the content sidebar, which is an old plugin, so I'll delete that. We can drag this into content sidebar. All right, so now that that's like that, we can go back here and refresh it, and it'll show up in the right place. So there's a little playing around you're going to have to do. So here we go, Recent Sermons. Here's all my sermons, if you want to hear one.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
So there you go. There's one of the pre-sci attend. And then if I hit the subscribe link page, it's going to open it so that I can subscribe. So then I can just subscribe. If I'm a member, I can go here, I can put my name in. Next time you send a sermon, I'll get in my inbox. So, all right, that's all there is to installing the WordPress plugin. If you're familiar with WordPress, it's going to be pretty routine for you. If not, there might be little complications with getting the FTP stuff working. We'll be happy to help you with any problems you kind of have when setting this up. So if you have a WordPress site, you can put your sermons on there, and yeah.